Okay, I'll get the hang of this.
Yeah.
All right, let's try again. Yeah, I need to start the be there shortly things sooner. Let's see. I also need to have a better name than that. But, you know. Okay, I'll do that. Hmm. So, is it recording? Huh. It froze.
Technical difficulties.
It froze.
I always like to say when I'm having issues, I say life is a um, IQ test, and you're doing great. Hey, Michelle,
Yeah.
are you by any chance, are you or do you know the person that's in charge of the thermostat here in the Salt Lake Valley? Because I'd like you to turn the heat up a little bit, just
Right.
please,
It's been
if
cold.
that's under your kind of rubric as your domain.
Dear God.
Please turn the heat up. It's a tad cold for Troy. He likes all the wet weather. Good job on that. But could you please just turn it up? Yeah, it always seems like the last week of January,
Is
roughly. I call it there's just a little bit of a shift, and all of a sudden it starts being warmer.
yeah. Well, hopefully the warmer part will happen soon.
Okay.
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 So now I can close that. Now,
Oh. Um. What? I got something you could do for a client today that you might find quite enjoyable.
oh yeah, what's that?
Well, you know Tony with Smoking Butts Barbecue.
Yes.
He wants he wanted to ask if you could go with him on that merchandise site, and then he wants to order some merchandise so that he can give have some friends and family, and they're going to take pictures of it. So he wouldn't do it through the site. He'd just through his own website.
I'm
He would just do
confused.
he. You know how
So
we're going to connect up. You know how we're going to connect up Tony with Printify
um,
for the merchandise,
yes.
so he can have shirts and beanies.
Yes.
So he said, "Can you have Michelle help me order from that site?"
Oh, from Printify?
Yeah, which which is pretty easy. I could just say go to Printify and order it. But
Yeah,
I
it's
thought it,
really easy.
I
Yeah, I
thought
can do that.
yeah, I thought that would be easy for you just to help him because then he'd
Okay. Yeah, I'm
feel
happy to
bummed.
do that.
Okay. Um, and then all right. So what do we got here?
All right. So, do we need a share screen?
Yeah. So I
Ladies and
think
gentlemen.
JD's and Lentilman. We're going to speak whackbirds today.
How come it's not changing the layout here? I clicked on it. Oh, probably because try hitting present and see if it switches it.
Share screen. Share screen. Sharing screen is easy on 2. Okay. Select screen. Screen 2. Allow. And
there we go.
And there we go. Perfect. Okay, so all right, to kind of start the show, can we edit this front part so it starts on the interesting part instead of us picking our nose? Or did everyone just hear me say pick our nose?
It's live.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
Hey, at least maybe we'd get some viewers if it's interesting and funny.
Hey, so here's the deal with email autoresponders. So we're working on today, and we're going to be working on 2 systems: ActiveCampaign and maybe Klaviyo. And the reason we're doing 2 is because I want to show people how pretty much all of the email programs work very similarly, the principles. So you can use these on in HubSpot, you can use them in MailChimp, you can use them in Constant Contact, you can use them in kind of whatever email program you have. And that's the good news. All we're really doing today is we're going to talk about the different templates and set up and show you kind of what are some of the basic emails that you need inside a system. So I always say, with email marketing, with any sort of content, with any sort of marketing system that you're doing, start simple and then build. So, and go from there. Don't try to build complicated, because it's just too much. There's just too much to every single thing that you're trying to do. So be simple. So with that complicated explanation, let's go into, and I'll show you what we have for one client right now. I should have been in this before we started, but I wasn't. So I'm going to go into this client account. All right. So Stampede, we have every client, we give them a kind of a marketing app dashboard. It's got all the reports. We integrate all of their different systems, social media, all their Google Analytics, tag managers, Search Console, their reputation, reviews, Google My Business, all of those things end up together. So here is the tool for ActiveCampaign that we want to go into. And this is where they can launch all of their different marketing tools. They have everything in one spot. All right. So here are, so this is the ActiveCampaign interface. And so if we come down here to campaigns, we'll show you what we've got inside for, this is a company called Light Scatter Press. They do multimodal poetry. So they help get poetry on, bring art to it and music, and it's pretty nifty. Okay. So let's see, where am I going to go here? Let me go. Come on. And of course, we got this moving slow.
I was thinking I should move the my own emails.
Yeah.
Instead of using Klaviyo, maybe I should move it to Stampede's.
Yeah. Yeah.
That might
yeah. Yeah, you're welcome to. You're welcome to. Okay, here we are. So, I'm going to go in here into campaign templates and show you what we think are sort of the basics that you need in. So, so you need, we call these sort of transactional emails. You need a welcome email. You need a reactivation email. And what a reactivation or a re-engagement email is you have buyers, especially if you're e-commerce, that haven't visited your store for a while. And so you want to send an email to them, at least one. And you want to automate that. And that's where automations are. But that's what reactivation was. Basically says, hey, we haven't seen you for a while. Can I ask you a question? How we doing? You know, basically try to bring them back to your store. Then we have a request for review, and we like to have a couple of those. And again, we automate those. So those go out usually after a sale. And what happens on the request for review, there's a list. So people who bought a product, bought a service, we're gonna, after they've got that, we're gonna ask for that review, and that's just gonna go out again, programmed automatically. This is the email autoresponder. If I could describe an email autoresponder to folks, it's basically a script that gets triggered when people do certain behaviors, and basically what you're trying to do is people are on a list. And their behavior is going to make them either, probably leave that list and go to a different list, or they can be on multiple lists. And so you could say someone's on the request for review list, and as soon as they respond, they go off it. So if you had, for example, 2 emails going out, you maybe could have 10. It doesn't matter. But as soon as they respond to the review request, then they go to responded to the review request list. And so then they don't get the remaining emails. So that's how you can do sort of a drip system. And as soon as people behave in the way that maybe you want them to, right, go there. Also, you can, have a list of like people are not participating. So you can do a bunch of different things, but it'll start simple and build from there. So we also believe you need to have your newsletter set up. We've got 2 in here, but we're going to do 10 more. So I like to do newsletters all at once. No, so you get your newsletters for the year, assuming you're doing one a month, and you go from there. You can edit and update during the year if something changes and you want to add something else to a newsletter. But to get them up and set and ready to go, just get things done in one sitting, so you're not having to work on it like monthly and then forget it. Excuse me. The other email transaction, well, the newsletter, I don't call a transactional one. That's sort of you're building your list and nurturing. But the abandoned cart is, so here we have 3 abandoned cart emails. And basically they progressively walk through, and they show what the client was looking at, or the customer was looking at. They show, they'll offer like a 10% discount, and that's what those are. And so this is one, it goes an hour after cart abandonment. This goes 24 hours, and this goes 48 hours. And so the key to all of this is this stuff works. People respond, and but you want to automate all this. You don't want to have to worry about sending all this. And finally, the last one that's in ActiveCampaign is a request to connect on social media, so that you really want to get reviews. You want requests on social media so they can like your social media and drive people to that. Those are the basic transactional emails, except for 2 that aren't in ActiveCampaign. and these ones we're going to have in the WooCommerce in our, it's going to be part of WooCommerce inside of WordPress. And these are the ones that are connected with whatever, like let's say you have Stripe or Square. These are the ones that, your order, here's your order email. It's being sent out. Here's the order number. Here's the estimated date that it will arrive. And then you have the one that's your order should have arrived. So those are the other two transactional emails that are just, all other emails set aside. Those are the two most important, but we don't have those in ActiveCampaign because we can just do those right out of WooCommerce very simply. So yeah. So what we've done is, one thing nice about ActiveCampaign is once we've got these set up, we can share these, right? So here is a link for this welcome email. So if I open up my browser, right, here's this, and right now we've just put in templates. So we put the emails in first that we want, and then what we do is then we start adding color, copy, branding, all of those things. So what's nice now is we can take either, if you have another ActiveCampaign, you can import this right into your ActiveCampaign using this this link. So, and that's how we move it from one to another. All right.
To another campaign or to another?
Yeah. So now what we could do, so I've got all these saved already inside of Airtable. All of these shareable links. So I'm going to get out of Lightscatter Press, and I'm going to get into another client. So let's go to Nuclear. What's that?
I was just saying you could go to mine, but it won't work if I don't have.
Yeah, well, let's go to Klaviyo, because, and then we'll have you share your screen, because sometimes when I get into another client right after, my ActiveCampaign is a little weird, so I can play with that while you load up Klaviyo, and let's see what we can do. And we'll first go through a little bit the interface and show you where everything's at. But yeah.
Okay.
Do I have to stop script? Yeah, there we go. And let me get into this while you're getting into that and make sure that it's always a interesting cookie issue. One client ActiveCampaign can conflict with another.
Okay, I'm getting into Klaviyo. It's just taking a second.
Yep. Here's sort of my rule. Think you're doing marketing, and you, let's say either you somehow generate organically, or get paid, or you're paying for ads, and you get 100 clients. Well, in your funnel, at the top of the funnel, there's that 100, but going down, you're going to get less and less people until you finally get that group that's going to take action. So what do you? So obviously, the middle, the middle of the funnel, you're going to be nurturing them. You're going to be bringing them more detailed information. Helping them make the decision. Seeing your reviews, seeing, taking they take advantage of the content that you've created. And then, but what do we do with that 100? Like, let's say 98 aren't ever going to go down in your funnel. Is that money now gone, that we wasted all that effort to get that 100 people aware of us? That's where email marketing can come in, right? I always say email marketing. If you're doing it on the top of the funnel, that's called spam. But if you do it in the middle for people that become aware of you, that's where you can nurture them and you can automate that. So you're not wasting all of the of your marketing dollars, because at least some people, they're not ready to buy today, but maybe they will be later. And a lot of
Right.
people like me need more than one contact, right? We need to see it multiple times before we buy. Okay. So here we are in Klaviyo. Okay. So, all right. So Michelle, what we need to do is what we're going to go to is, yeah, so so that's your images and brand. I'm going to have to move you to my big screen because my little laptop screen here is so small I can't even see you. All right. Nice. Okay. Okay. So what you're going to do, Michelle, is you're going to go, instead of going to campaigns, go down to where it says content and templates.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Will you scroll down? I want to see what's that?
It's trying. It's really choppy and slow.
It's just choppy. My templates. Yay.
Oh
this
my
is it.
goodness. So slow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So just, it's in a little bit of different place in Klaviyo, but again, all of these pretty much work the same. And so here we have here we have where we can bring in different templates. So let's see where it says create template. Let's see what we get on that. Does I have a place to import? New editor,
yes.
Import. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's not pulling up, is it? Yeah.
What? Import?
Yeah. There we go. Okay. So
HTML. Do you want to send it via? Well, let's see. Can you? Oh, you can send it in the chat via StreamYard.
Yeah. Well, the first thing. Okay. So before we go into importing, I want to show that, and this is one thing that most of them have. Go back to the themed again.
Okay.
Most email programs, they already have several created for you. So if you go into the search and type in welcome, because that was the first one that I said that we want to choose. See if there's a welcome email in there. What about thank you? Okay, go to basic. Go to basic emails. Up at the there, thank you. Now let's try this again. Let's see. Oh yeah, those are really basic. Okay. All right, that's fine. All right. Finally, let's do. Oh yeah, here. Okay, so scroll down and see what the names of these are. So there's the order confirmation, the shipping confirmation. How we do it is we just build that usually into whatever system it is, like Shopify or WordPress. But
there's a welcome.
Yeah, there's a customer account welcome. Okay, so click on that. And again, right now, what we're trying to not do is make it pretty. All we're trying to do is get all of the different emails that we're going to want to have. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this, and we're going to say that we've done the welcome one for today, right? So just hit use template down below. And so I'm going to reiterate, because I don't think I was very concise earlier, the emails that we need. So we need a welcome email, and now go back to that and see if you can find an abandoned cart email, Michelle. We need
Go back.
welcome. Yeah, back to those basic templates. What about, I think you're in the Shopify templates. And it might not be in here, and that's okay. We've got them though, if we needed. Let's see. So we have the welcome, the abandoned cart, the reactivation, the social media share, and they'll give us a review, and then 12 newsletters is basically kind of the core that we like to do. So product launch, so newsletter. Okay.
Okay. Well, there's quite a few in here.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
All right.
Yeah, it's just interesting that there wasn't any. What's that filter by all? Will you go over there on the right? Yeah, what is this? Engagement, newsletter, notification. Go to notifications. Autumn sale. Okay. All right. Okay, that's fine. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share.
Switch.
Yeah, I'm going to show you an easy way to I'm going to share these links with you, and I'm going to show you basically what we're going to try to do to just really make it as simple as possible. I'm going to put in the link here. Let's do the abandoned cart emails.
Okay.
So I'm going to copy that and chat with that. All right. So if you'll click on one of those.
Okay.
To open in.
Yeah, it opened. I'm importing it into the import thing.
Okay, I can't see your screen.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm doing it right. Oh, maybe attach HTML file. Choose HTML file. Huh.
So is the screen share not working?
Oh, I thought you were sharing your screen now.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
no, all I did is I put some links in the chat for you to click.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So if you'll click on one of those links in chat, I'll show you what we're going to do. Yeah, yeah. So, okay. So what you're going to do is see the copy where it says subject and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna copy that down. Yep. And then you're gonna go to your here, and you're gonna go to um, create and just go to basic
Oh,
again. Yep. Now just pick on one of these, probably that one column. Now in that period where in that area where there's yeah, use template, sorry. And you're gonna rename this to abandoned cart one. And so all we're doing today, we're not going to add logos. We're not going to make it pretty at all. We're just going to go where in the area. So how this is laid out is that's a text box. Okay, that's where you put your text. You're just going to paste in that text over that content that's already in there. Yep, and good. You named it abandoned cart one up there, and then you're going to save it and return to templates. So easy peasy. Nothing. We're not trying to change the world. We're not trying to make everything beautiful right now. We're just trying to add those templates that I wanted. So now go do the same thing with that. You can use that same template again. And then we're going to click on the second one. We're going to add the copy from that. And so you'll see that so what we've done for our clients is we've already got these written, all the copy written, so that they can they can then edit it to match what they want. And I'd like to claim that I'm brilliant on this, but there's a thing I call a swipe file, and I suggest every business has a swipe file. Whenever they find a good email, uh, they keep it and save it because they can make it a template later. Where did we go in?
I don't know. It won't go to now. It won't go.
It won't go to that same. Oh, hit create template. I'm sorry. You have to. So what you have
Oh,
to do?
create template. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. There we go. Basic.
Yeah. Yeah. I always tell everyone, think of the first, your first blog post compared to your 50th blog post, right? I mean, you get better at this stuff, so it's okay. So this one should be the second one they receive in 24 hours. And so then you make the copy for that. So I would put abandoned cart 2 is what I would call that one. Yep. And then open up that one and paste in the copy. Yeah, copy the copy, I mean. Copy the copy. Good. And then hit save. And then we're going to go and do it one more time for the third version. I'm going to do. It's kind of nice to pull in the ones that are templates and how colors and images and everything's organized. But if you understand the builder, you can almost recreate anything that you see.
Yeah.
So
And this one's just abandoned cart 3.
yep, just abandoned cart 3.
And this is
48 hours.
after 48 hours.
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, now Michelle, if you will click on, I shared it, the reactivation email. Yep. So there's the copy for that.
Okay.
So sometimes coming up with this copy is the hardest part. And so that's why I like to give someone um, something. I think it's easier to edit than actually create it from scratch. And so if we give our clients, we start with kind of the basics, then we can really just kind of tailor it to our personality later, right? So this one up at the top, you're going to rename it reactivation email. Yeah. That's it. And again, we're all I've got for now is just one. You could make a series of emails, but we're just doing one for that. And then we go into the social media share. It's that second one down. And so if you see that there's see where how it's a little off center, this bottom part, that's where what I do is I'm gonna, let me let you get it set up later and I'll show you.
Do you mean with the image?
Yeah, it's got some images and I'll show you what we do.
Okay.
I don't want to interrupt. On this one, let's scroll. Let's not use that one. Let's see if there's one in here that's got some images down below. Okay, you see that one? One column, three main headings. Yeah. See, it's already laid out exactly how I've got it laid out.
Okay.
And this one we're going to call social media share. Yep. Yeah, you figured it out, Michelle. That's why I like working with you, because you're smart with your whole brain and my half brain. We can figure out anything.
Yeah.
It's a brain and a half of energy we've got focused on one product, on one thing. So, yeah. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. Oh, see? See how easy this is? This is like falling off a log, right? We can make things pretty. We can add our fonts. We can add our branding colors, our logos. And so this is going to be your Facebook, right? That first one is Facebook.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, just sometimes you gotta kind of play, but most of the builders, again, they work pretty much the same. So it's pretty nice. And then, so guess what you're gonna do for the image? What you're gonna do for the
Okay.
image is you're gonna find the Facebook logo, right? We don't have to do it right now per se, but what you're gonna do, and then what you're gonna make that a link to your Facebook, right?
Thought I might have it, but
Yeah, no,
it's gonna take a minute to find it.
yeah, and then
Okay.
so then you're gonna have the image itself will be a link, and then you're gonna paste your link in there when you have it. But we're not gonna do that now. Now let's do Twitter, and let's do Instagram.
I'm just gonna do Instagram and LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Or actually, maybe I'll do Twitter, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So and so the other one has a place if you wanted to add another box and section down below Instagram, you could add LinkedIn, right? And so yeah, you could, yep, easy peasy. You just made have cloned it. Perfect. That's LinkedIn.
Oh.
Perfect.
Okay.
So now we've got that one. Now we're going to do give us a review, email one. So review email one.
I don't think I named the other one, did I?
Yeah, I can't remember. Probably. That's interesting.
Okay.
It's interesting that it did that. You can go in there and oh wait. Oh yeah, perfect. Perfect. Okay, so now on this one, but before you save it, go down below. Okay, and then go back to, okay, if you could please go to see where that says back arrow done. It's kind of in light blue. It's, no, not undone. Um, it's on the top left underneath Klaviyo. Yeah. Click on that. Okay. Now go to where it says button and drag that over below where it says below below the bottom of the text in your email. Yep, right there. Okay. And then instead of shop now, put give us a review on Google. We have a system in Stampede where people can go and they can do a review on like Facebook, Yelp, what they get to choose which one they want to do it on. But for the purpose of this exercise, let's just have what most people will want. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have that link linked up to your where it is on Google, right? Where the reviews are, where you find it on the Google Business Profile. But anyway, let's save that and call this done for now. And then we're going to do basically that a second time with review email number 2. On this one, I honestly I didn't write second copy. It's like the same email, they just get it twice. And so
Okay.
I don't know. There might be something clever that you could say on the second email if they didn't give you a review, but I just figure send it to them again.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, why? Still doing that.
How much is Klaviyo a month?
I don't know. I was gonna look actually.
Yeah. Because our our active campaign that we sell is the same price. You just get it on the internet, which is it starts off at $15, and then it just goes up by the number of folks you have. So you can send unlimited emails, but the more people you have in your system, the more it costs.
Let's see what it says. I don't remember if I'm paying for it right now or not. I don't think I am. So current cycle usage, 101 of 250 active profiles, 44% used.
Okay.
0. I've used 40. How have I used 41% of it? Oh, okay. So 250. So then the next step up is 20.
Okay, so you're on the free plan. Okay.
And then
so one of the things, so what happens once you buy sorry, Michelle.
But I'm barely sending any emails and it's already 50.
That's right. Yeah, why pay for it if you're yeah. I always say if you don't have a boat, don't buy boat insurance. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Now what? Now we go to now let's do, so we got the reviews. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to create the 12 newsletters. So What shall we do? Okay. So in the chat, you'll see where what I've done for our people that were the entrepreneur students that we're building their marketing departments for. I've told them to create. I've told them the topics that they need to have for their newsletters. They don't have to follow the topics, but the reason I have these topics is because they're going to write several types of newsletters, and um, and they're going to turn their newsletters eventually into blogs, and because we're trying to create pillar content. So if you go to chat, you'll see a list of the newsletters that I put in there. So the first newsletter one, I wanted it to be an about us newsletter, right? Because I want that as a blog post at some point, and it's information that they're going to share over and over again. So if you go in there and find, I think there's some newsletter templates that are in Klaviyo that you can choose. That if you go to create template, maybe if you look through those newsletter templates, find one that kind of matches what your branding a little bit, so you have less work to do on it. And if you go to that filter and you go to all, you can go to newsletter, and it'll filter in the newsletters that are already in there. You can find
Okay.
more newsletters. So over on the right where it says filter by, and then go ahead to newsletter. So these are all the newsletters that Klaviyo has. You can find these all over the internet, templates. But if you look at enough of these, you kind of see they sort of look very similar.
Mm-hmm.
And so any one of these that just matches what you think, that's a really great place to start. Someone already designed these.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, and then you're going to add your own colors and pictures later. But yeah, so that could be a fun one.
Okay.
And so what you're going to do, so I suggest is you're going to use sort of the same template, usually again and again. You don't have to, but to make it easy, we're going to do that today.
Okay. Can we do like a 5-minute intermission?
Of course.
I didn't make a intermission thing, but I think that would be helpful. Maybe I can just do the banner. Let's see. Okay. All right. Give me just like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Okay. See you.
You there?
Okay. So let's do all of the pictures and everything a little bit later. I mean, yeah, feel free to
Well,
do this one.
I was just doing it because I was waiting for you.
Oh,
I was
sorry.
gonna
Yeah.
make it
No. And
less. Yeah.
I was being mean too for actually maybe it was better to just add a little bit because we're gonna copy this over and over, and
Okay.
instead of having to copy um, having to add logos to 12, let's add it to one and then copy it with your logos. At least
Okay.
with your logos.
Hmm. It wants. Yeah. Well, let's see.
Oh,
Um. mm, hmm. I know I have one white. That works for
ooh,
now. Okay.
okay. And so do you want to kind of do some of your colors so you don't have to
Um.
do it 12 times?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't remember the. Let me think really quick where I can grab
Oh
them
yeah,
from.
yeah.
Um.
Figuring
Oh.
out brand. Yeah. So just for anyone who listens, that's not you and Michelle and I, figuring out your hex codes is is a pretty nice thing to figure out at some point early on, so that you can just use them over and over and over. And um, one of the things I think Stampede we need to do better, Michelle, is we need to have like a really nice database of clients
Yeah.
of our all our clients' hex codes.
Yep. I agree. Well, I do have them, but they're. I think they're in my other Canva, unfortunately. And I can't pull up my Illustrator. Let me see here. Here we go. Prepared. Okay. So, oh, but I don't have the numbers in here. Dang it. Well, that's kind of silly. I'll have to change that. So for now, I'll just pick something that's, well, no, I don't want to do that because then I'm going to have to go back and change them all. Let's see. Import. Some problem solving here.
Okay. Nice.
There we go. So now I just need to pull this. And the number is. Oh, well, let me grab it. Okay.
One,
137881.
137881.
137881. Okay. One. Okay. For the gold. DCB13C. DCB13C. Okay. Oh, let me change this one. Oh, great. We'll just remove that for now. Yeah, that's a little complicated.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just get this. Let's just get this one done. This is the only exception, because I like to get things done like in bulk. So you get one step done and then you go to the next. But the newsletter one, you kind of have to do the first one a little bit, so you don't have to do work on 12.
Yeah. Well, I could have uploaded these two prior to.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Let's do black 0 A0E28.
0A0E28. Nice.
Should copy that. Sorry, but I don't really like that. I'm gonna change it. Remove that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll go back to the blue. Should be able to add these in the as a group too,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or in the global.
Yeah. Yep. So in most systems, you can set in your colors. You also are going to set in your address. Part of the ICANN rules is you need to always have, the address and the organization of where you're sending it. You need to have the unsubscribe links, and almost every system, or probably you could say every system, has that built in, and you just enter that globally, usually in the settings area, account settings. That's where you add all that, and then it gets automatically added um, to 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 things,
Yeah.
to your email and to your content that you're creating inside the system.
Which I hadn't done yet. Something more general here. I'm just gonna remove that one because it's just wanting it was just wanting an arrow thing.
It's just wanting something. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's why I say sometimes it's kind of nice to have the templates, but in the end, you could almost from scratch just go in and add the blocks. And so I call myself the destroyer of templates because I'll try to do one, but then I'll just rip it to shreds once I get in and say, I don't like this, I don't like that. So sometimes it's just easier to once you kind of understand how the builder works, just go ahead and do the builder.
Yeah.
What I usually what I use templates for is like someone has thought of how to use the builder in a way that I haven't. I'm like, oh, that's smart.
Come on.
You can do it.
Or is it wanting? Oh, my computer froze. Okay, there it goes. Button.
Yeah.
Come on. Kind of sad when you work faster than
Then the computer.
the
Yeah,
computer.
we'll get that fixed.
Okay, and then let's do this. As and then I need to change this because it's not. I'm pretty sure I have a right logo. It'll work. Let me find it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay, don't what? Where's my Dropbox?
Where is your Dropbox?
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
What's happening here? Where will it go? It was probably much better before. All right, let's try something else here.
All right. Ooh,
There we go.
look at
Okay, now
that.
remove this.
Yeah, there we go. See how that works. And now you've got yourself a nice little newsletter template. The other thing in marketing that I say is obviously we want everything to look as good as it can and professional, but perfection is the enemy of the good. So, great artists never finish their work, they just abandon it at some point, is the saying. So, to do marketing well, you kind of have to do it in bulk because marketing is not big answers, it's lots of little small. And
Mhm.
so that's why I like to do it in I like to do things this way is where you just kind of get in. You go, okay, I'm going to accomplish all this. So this one's called the About Us newsletter. If you're following my little system, where you could put newsletter one about us, probably would be easier to find. Um, yeah, that way you can pull up all your newsletters and see which one it is. Um,
Okay.
so now all we have to do is copy that 11 times and
Okay.
rename it to what I'll explain later.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Sorry, I know. One last thing I need to do is change the
Sure.
font.
Yeah. Fonts.
Any day now. Oh, I can close these out now. Actually, there was a. I'm kind of curious because there was a. Remember how we went into? I went into images and brand. Okay, I want to see if it'll just do. If it'll
If you
just
can
change
just
all of the
globally do it.
magically. That would be fabulous,
Fabulous.
right?
Fabulous.
Okay, it's not. All right, there we go.
Ha! There it is. Fonts.
Where do you see? Oh, fonts. Okay. Okay. Roboto. Yes. That. My fonts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I like Roboto. I really like Poppins lately.
So it already has. The main one is Roboto that I use.
Yeah, yeah, Roboto. I use that so
And
much
then I'll
too.
just do, yeah, I mean, that's, unless it wasn't using that. Hold on one second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. All right. So now I just need to see if it was using Roboto already. So let's go into here. And then might be okay. How do I?
So did it
Change
switch
it?
everything? So usually what if it's not all okay, hopefully that worked.
It worked, right? I can't.
Let's see.
Nope. Okay. Hmm. Well, it looks like it's changing it, but it's not.
Yeah, try. Will you do an experiment for me? Try
Yeah.
highlighting that, add a line or two about what your story is. Now go in. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
See?
Change. No, it did it.
Okay.
Okay.
So, voila.
Well, to me, it doesn't look like it's doing anything. But
Well, I think what it is because it was you're choosing like a Roboto Black 900. I think it was Roboto already because from your globals, and so it's not
Mhm.
changing it much.
Oh, okay. All right, that's good. Okay,
Yep.
let's duplicate
Yep.
and let's see. Okay, so clone,
Mm-hmm.
and then we
And then
just
all you have
rename
to
it.
do is do newsletter 2, and then you're going to call this one um, core product highlight.
Okay.
And then we're going to clone number 1 again. I guess we could.
Doesn't look like it's.
No, I know. I'm like thinking maybe you got to refresh your screen and it'll pull in the thumbnail.
Hopefully, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
so yeah, and then we're going to do number 3. And we're going to
Okay.
call this one, let me see, we're going to call this one poll about something, a poll about something relevant. You won't make this the title, obviously, but you're going to do a poll here because people
Oh,
like
cool.
to do polls, right? a poll about, what's your favorite, you could, if it's crypto crate, are you, which cryptocurrency is your favorite, and you have of these, something that goes along with what you're doing. The fourth one is your an FAQ or advice column, because this is going to position you as the expert. Because think about, most entrepreneurs know a lot about what they're doing, and they care. And to me, you don't have to know everything, but if you care and you've got more data than a customer or client, what you're doing is you're giving them, you're letting them, you're giving them the advantage of your knowledge, of your bigger picture. So this one is 5, and this is going to be, this one I have is going to be when we have our clients on our podcast. So this is your Stampede podcast. So for you, Michelle, we can have this definitely, and we add your podcast to it. So, anyway. Okay. And then once you got that one, let's do 6. And this is where we're going to connect to one of your blog posts.
Okay.
So share a blog post or something, right? Yep.
Okay.
Newsletter 7 is you're going to share an actionable idea. Yep. The reason that I have, especially newer clients, go and do these ones is because they start to be able to get an idea. They start to get ideas on how different things they can do for their newsletters. It just helps. And then also, maybe the advice column is the one they're just going to do forever because they really like doing it. So then they find ones that they like, or ones that they're, better yet, their audience likes. Number 8 is they're going to share a list. Yep. So a list of something. I like to do in-depth lists, but if you're going to do an in-depth list, share the highlights of the list, and then put it on a blog post, and then have them read the bigger details in your blog post. But number 9 is you're going to curate content from around the web. This one is really powerful, especially for SEO, as a blog post. Basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to save them time. They can come to one place and get a list of sort of links or information that other people have created that they may need in association with your business. Number 10, you're going to share an interesting tweet or social post. This can be about that you've done or other people have done. And so you can use newsletters to get people to join your be a follower.
Share an interesting what?
A tweet or social post.
Okay.
So see, newsletters, we can use them in lots of ways, and people will like it if there's different things that they're getting. Okay, number 11. This one is one that really helps you build trust. You share a lesson of something you've learned. So share a lesson you learned, basically. right? And so this lets you share your heart, be a little vulnerable, just not not TMI, but and number 12 is very similar, where you're going to share a childhood story. So maybe something that you learned, it could be in something in business. I like to do, if it's something I've learned, I like to kind of explain how the industry works, the industry that we're in, and because you could say, here is how the industry works, here's some of its weaknesses and how it's not, and here's how my business is trying to fix that. So you can, you're giving people a little bit of an overview, but again, you can put anything in there as far as that goes. So finally, congratulations. We have the sort of the core things you'll need. The only thing we don't have, that we're not going to do today, is we don't have like a multi-step nurture campaign. And that nurture campaign would be something that we connect to, like a landing page and some sort of campaign that we're running on Facebook or anything.
Okay, so should I make that another one, or do I?
Well, I'm thinking it's 11:39 and we've been.
Yeah.
Should we do that today, or because I'm thinking basically what I'm having Jacob and you do is step one is we get these core ones in, and then we're done.
Okay.
So now that we've got yours, to finish, can I show you how we do? Can I show you how easy it is to do in another Active Campaign account? Because I've got
Yes.
I've got Nucleart set up, and so I can share my screen and show Nucleart. All right.
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay, so let me move over here.
Gotta turn my little space heater on. My hands are cold.
All right. Okay. So check this out, how cool this is. All right. So I'm going to go here into the campaigns. And I'm going to come here to content. Okay. Add file. Actually, where are we? Okay. I'm going to campaign templates. So check this out. I import a template. And remember how we had to go in and kind of create everything inside of.
Are you sharing?
I thought I was.
Oh, okay. Just checking if you wanted to be here.
Oh, you know what? I thought I was, but I wasn't. Thank you for calling me on that. Okay. So I'm in Active Campaign, as you see, and those links that I talked about, all I have to do is go like this, import.
Oh.
So.
Oh, hey, that's nice.
Yeah. So this is the abandoned cart one, and look, it's already named. And hello, might have to refresh here. Oh, it's just going slow. Yeah, I always forgot. This kind of slowly loads. That's the structure. Now we hit save and exit. So here's where I'm getting these inside of our Airtable, right, in Stampede Rocks. So now I want to add abandoned cart 2, import template. I like Active Campaign. And so this is 24 hours after. And I don't know if it's important to load it. I could maybe hit save and exit, not load it, but anyway. I grabbed that third one. So this is what we're going to do, Michelle, for all of the people in the current cohort. We're just going to go in, we hit import template, paste that in. Now we've got their abandoned cart ones done. Now let's do the reactivation email. Assuming this will save changes here. Copy is the, in marketing, creating copy and the pictures, the colors, those are the easiest. But what to say is the hardest. It's the most. It's one of the most important things. I think you'll never. It's like hard to underestimate how powerful saying the right thing to the right audience is. Okay, so that's why I like to add for our clients a staple of already written emails so that they don't have to come up with something. They can then edit it and to at their leisure.
Yeah.
And where I get these from, I don't get them from my brain totally. I go out and find experts in and research. So that's where I get things from. I like to go in and see people who are thinking through how to get people to convert. And so that's a little trick that I like to tell everyone is there are answers on how to do things in a really good way, and it's out there. All you have to do is just know what you're doing next. And so some people are like, they don't even know what questions to ask. But once you figure out that you want to send emails, you know you're going to start to learn that you have a website that sells things. You know, automatic. Oops, import back. Go away. Did that?
So are you're just going into each?
Yeah. So I'll show you here, right? So I'm just going down this list. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you go into each cohort's active campaign, and then you import these just one at a time. There might be a way to do it all in bulk, but but I don't know how.
Oh yeah, there might be.
I was gonna ask
Cool.
Jacob.
Amanda. Oh, Jacob.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should find out because that'd be so much easier. Then we can just get all of them in one Excel spreadsheet.
But this is still good to know because it just is. It's good to know. Okay, so copy. So this is the social media share, because this is still fast, right? This is still
Mhm.
faster
Yeah.
than you'd think.
Are you pasting the template in this
In the
Airtable
import.
list?
Yeah, so here is the Airtable, right? So here, and
Oh,
this
I
is
see. Okay.
okay. And so then if we come in here, so this is our review email number 1. So I'm copying that. So here is the template already set up that I just pulled in for requests to connect on social media.
Hmm.
Come on. Oh, yeah, it was still loading. Oh, frustrating. Okay, so now we have that one. So again, there's the give us a review number 2. And then that pulls that in. And we save and exit that. Go to number 2. So confidence on being able to do this, Michelle?
Yeah, I think so.
You should go into each one of the cohorts, go into their active campaign. And what I have to do, see how I'm in private browsing? Because once you go into, let's say you're in Nuclear, and now that cookie, that active campaign cookie, is
Mhm.
on your site, and then you try to go into, let's say, Cultivated Collective, sometimes they fight those cookies. They don't understand, and so I open up a private window, and then you just put in your.
Oh,
So I'll show you.
is it
I'll show you
is it
how. But
is it possible to do multiple open windows and just have them all open and just go bam, bam, bam?
if you're doing it in private browsing, right? Because then that cookie is isolated in its own container. That's how the private windows go. So
Okay.
like all the cookie, so all the cookies in a private window get destroyed when you exit the private window, and then they're contained in there. That's how you maintain privacy. Okay. So I think so let's go in here. So I think and then the product shipped and the product arrived we're going to do in WooCommerce in their WordPress sites. So the only other thing is these 12 newsletters that I won't do for Chris right now because I'm going to ask you to do that. Um,
Okay.
um, but here's what I think I'm going to ask is do these newsletters last, but do
Okay.
go in and do these for the cohort because we might want to get together on the newsletters
Okay.
so we can figure out, because you'll say, well, what is NucleArt's font, right? What is their font? What is their hex codes? And I don't have that ready for you, but
Okay.
and so that'll give me time to get that data.
Okay.
And then we can add their brand logos and all that stuff. But I at least want to get this stuff set up.
So can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
It might be a good idea to do a group activity where everybody in the cohort does one newsletter together, like their design part,
Yeah, I know.
and then have them.
And have them add their stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're
We
gonna
can't.
need to know
We
how to
don't.
do that anyway.
Yeah, we don't have time to do it for this cohort, but for next one, um, I want to do a workshop where we're going to do their one newsletter and one blog post. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the content like already. So basically they just are going to be kind of copy and pasting, but they'll get the point. They'll understand how to do a blog post in WordPress, and they'll understand how to do a newsletter in ActiveCampaign. But
Okay.
I didn't integrate that very well inside this first cohort, so I've got to do a better job later.
Okay. Well, that can be something.
But it definitely needs to happen.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna end the broadcast unless there's anything else you want to add to that.
Nope.
Okay. Ending.